Bryan Cranston as Walter White is one of the most iconic characters in television history. The main character of a show that has some of the highest rated episodes ever. A show that was praised by audiences and critics so much so that it's the only show with a 10 out of 10 episode on IMDb. But the man who became Walter White was almost never cast as Walter White. AMC did not want Bryan Cranston, and the story of how he was cast is one of the best behind the scenes stories in television history. Let's set the stage. Bryan had just wrapped up Malcolm in the Middle, where he played the sweet, chaotic sitcom dad, Hal. Meanwhile, Vince Gilligan was trying to get Breaking Bad made. The show had already been rejected by 3 major networks before AMC finally took a chance on it. But even then, Vince ran into another problem. The network didn't want Bryan Cranston, who was Vince's pick of the bunch, to play Walter White. To the network, Bryan was a comedy factory, the goofy sitcom dad, and the role of Walter White needed someone who could be terrifying but also deeply human. Someone who you could fear but still feel sorry for and sympathize with. And based on his most recent work, it didn't seem like Bryan had the complexity needed to play Walter White. But Vince Gilligan knew better, and here's why. 9 years prior, Vince was working on the X-Files, and back then, he needed someone to play a racist, paranoid and unpleasant man in one scene and make you sympathize with him in the next. Bryan Cranston was cast for that role, and he gave an incredibly deep performance in that episode, and Vince Gilligan never forgot it. So when AMC pushed back, all Vince had to do was show them that episode, Drive. Bryan's one episode guest role from almost a decade earlier was the audition, and it worked like a charm. It showed exactly what Cranston was capable of and convinced AMC to take the risk. That one performance didn't just land Bryan a role, it laid the foundation for one of the greatest characters in television history.
Say my name.
And that's how one X-Files episode turned a sitcom dad into Heisenberg, while showing how maximum effort in even the smallest of projects can lead to so much more amazing things down the road.